It is 9:30. It is time for the Friday Night Hangout. This is where we grab a brew, shoot the breeze, and interact with you. This is a live program here where we talk about topics from the past week based out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. And, of course, we have the podcast version of that. During the live interaction, you can comment via Twitter, via our hashtag Friday Night Hangout, with YouTube, Google+, and, of course, you can enjoy also on our website of votingchoice.com. Great panel for you tonight. We'll do the quick round of intros and, of course, some of our regular segments. And then we'll get going straight into the topics. Let's start off in Dartmouth. We got Dan with us tonight. Good evening, Dan.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means something or other. I don't know, but
it's simple. Perfect. Flipping over to Halifax, we got Krista with us, bitesizetravel.ca. Good evening, Krista.
Good evening. Oh, yeah!
Punching through the snow, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
And flipping over to the Valley, we got Lee, Hoogley's Beer and Boo Reviews on the YouTube.
Hello.
How's it going, Lee?
It's going.
I don't think I said booze correctly.
That's all right.
Beer and Booze Reviews. All right, and let's flip over to Newfoundland. We got Mike with us tonight. How's she going, Mike?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And, of course, I am also in Halifax here with you tonight with the beautiful green set with the pots in the back. The cat later this evening will make an appearance.
I love that. Yeah. Love that guy.
Where's cat?
Where's the cat? Cat's somewhere here. So let's do the quick round of what we are drinking tonight, and I'll plug some local craft beer from the region here. Dan, what are you drinking tonight, my friend?
Well, I'm drinking the greatest type of beer, which is free beer. There's some sort of like snowstorm that recently hit us. Some of you may have seen that or something. So I've been shoveling not just my driveway, but a bunch of other driveways. And out of appreciation, my neighbor was nice enough to drop off 12 Olins. So I am starting off. This is Olin number 1, Olin number 2, sort of like thing 1 and thing 2 from Cat in the Hat. And then this would be my cat in the hat. The old fog burner.
You know, the funny thing is the Olin Export, after some shoveling, tastes pretty damn good.
It sure does.
You know, it does taste
Take
pretty
that over. I'll take that over Keith any day.
Yeah.
Sure.
Krista, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Propeller's Irish Red Ale. They're seasonal. That's here for a very limited time only to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and all things Irish. And it's nice. I'm not drinking it out of the right glass, though, so sorry, guys.
Nope, sounds good. Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Boxing Rock's Crafty Jack.
Yay!
And Mike, what are you drinking tonight?
I got some Garrison Black IPA.
Black IPA. Good.
Got from the Bear Club.
Now, this is your first time drinking that, or you've had that before?
No, that's the first time I had that one. I had their the regular IPA last week, and I got a couple bottles left. I probably have one tonight.
So what do you think of the Black IPA?
First taste, it was really strong. I've never had a Black IPA, but now it's nice.
Now, Lee, we've been drinking the Black IPA from Garrison for a little while here. I feel that they've changed it quite a bit from this year.
I honestly can't really say for sure because the last time I had it was like years and years ago when it first came out, and then I just had it again this year, and I think there might be some difference, but I can't say for sure, so I don't really want to speak on it. But.
Okay. Well, glad that our friend Mike from Newfoundland can finally get some good beer from Garrison. So, stuff, Mike. I am drinking something from Fredericton, Picaroon's Yippee IPA.
Hey!
Excellent.
6.5%. So it's been a little while since I've had this. So
You forgot the MF at the end of that, by the way.
What?
Yippee-IA MF. I would say DMF. I'd say DMF, but
That is 9:35.
it's 9:35, so I can't say it yet. And besides, it's something in Alberta.
Hang on, wait until we do the second time right
Yeah.
now.
And also, I think your cat's starting to plot to kill you. So one of the things you might be interested in getting is this: how to know if your cat's planning on trying to kill you from the oatmeal. I'll lend this book to you. It will save your life.
All right, perfect. We'll do that after 10 o'clock here. All right, so we got a number of people watching. People, if you're watching live and you want to interact with us, Friday Night Hangout hashtag on Twitter, or you can interact via the YouTube, Google Plus page, or wondertours.com. The usual folks will be monitoring the pages, and we can get to your comments as we get through the show. Let's start off with our first topic here, which is the local story. We've got a couple of local stories this week. First one here, we had a big snowstorm this week. We're not really going to go into the snow, other than the fact that I think all of us have been shoveling for the last 3 days. But reporter Brett Ruskin from Global, Mr. BuzzFeed, helped not only one woman in labor during the snowstorm, but two.
Next door to each other. They were right next door to each other.
Next door. And he had a chance to give his phone to somebody else to make sure that he took pictures of him helping the lady so that he could tweet about it.
I bet you he took an opportunity to strut down the hallway, sort of like Saturday Night Fever style, like they'll strut and then giving a high five. Yeah, that was me, baby, me.
He had, I think he had a shoulder-mounted camera actually, and because he's a VJ, so he does his own camera as well as his own reporting, and I think he just kind of like planted it down on whatever was nearby, like a snow pile or whatever.
Hopefully not on the pregnant woman, because that would be.
Yeah.
The video
POV.
is pretty incredible because there was this guy like shoveling out, and so like Brett's like kind of pulling her up the stairs, and this guy is behind her like pushing her up the stairs. Like, oh my god. Well, you know what? Like Brett Ruskin's a nice guy, and he does actually he's really on the ball with a lot of news and happenings that are going on in Halifax, and so it doesn't surprise me if all the reporters in Halifax too kind of happened upon something like this that he did it. And I mean, he's a nice guy, and it's a cute story. And
well, for a guy who for a guy who does a lot of Twitter clickbait on public tenders and stuff like that, he actually scores one. So that's mine.
Do you realize that he has actually come up with this year's ALS bucket challenge? The new thing is to find a pregnant woman and help her deliver it on the street. That's the new challenge for ALS. Go ahead, I give that one to you. That's a freebie ALS.
Okay, well, give me 9 months and I'll
But anyway, let's quickly talk about the weather because I know people are like, I haven't been able to get out of my house for 3 days. We had Halifax, depending where you are in the Halifax area, we had over 70 centimeters of snow. That's
some of us had more than that, Jim.
More than that? Basically,
I had 80 centimeters and meters on meters.
Yeah, so for our friends in the States who are listening, that's about 2 to 3 feet of snow that we got in the 24-hour period. City shut down. They didn't quite want to do a state of emergency, but they called in all the big, heavy trucks and doing this big show. Barrington Street, Hollis Street. Look at the before state. Look at the after state. Nice, clean, clear sidewalks. You know what? They could have done that the last storm.
They could have done that all winter long.
All winter long.
You guys have been hammered this year.
Yeah, but you know what? We get snow every year.
We get winter every year. And
the problem
the only
is,
thing that changes is that we're less and less capable of dealing with it.
Well, not only that, but we just never got the little bit of a warmth just to kind of help with the melt or something. That never came.
Yeah, we got all of our like 3 months worth of snow in 1 month, basically. I mean.
Yeah, but when the management plan is to rely on above zero temperatures for it to melt, is not a good plan.
Yeah, that plan is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible plan. So. We've had 2 storms of snow and ice building up, taking over lanes in the road. So now a 4-lane secondary road is now 1 lane, People think they can, but people still think it's a 4-lane road. They're driving like maniacs. The fact that we see on Twitter people of dude in a wheelchair and people shoveling their own streets to get out after 3 days is embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it's only like a couple feet, like it's not 100 centimeters of snow. Moncton sees that every other year, and they seem to handle just fine. But
Montreal gets that.
Montreal, basically anywhere else in North America that gets snow on a regular basis, they get at least one of these storms a little bit, and they can handle it. Boston, they've had a whole bunch of snow. I didn't see anybody shoveling sidewalks in Boston. They were jumping out windows in Boston.
Yeah, the
So,
Yeti.
listen, counting on warm weather to take care of snow for you is like counting on luck to not get pregnant when you have sex without a condom. I mean, like, this is just ridiculous, and it's happened steadily for a couple of years now. But over time, the budgeting has started weighing heavily in favor of climate change, not anticipating that climate change means things just get real messed up, not that everything gets really warm.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Krista, I'm still not pregnant, so I must be a lucky guy.
Lucky guy.
Now, if I had a couple of $1,000s, I'm going to buy a Bobcat, and I'm going to apply for a city contract to plow some roads in my area.
Not worth it.
Why not? I'm going to get money. Maybe next year we'll have maybe none of the snow, and I'll still get paid.
Not
which
worth
is one of the problems.
You want people like me throwing insults and withering looks at you?
I will totally do it in Bedford. So.
That's true. There's Bedford.
But I get, and that's the other thing too. It's like I don't remember when the city was doing snow removal, especially with the sidewalks. I don't remember any Bobcats being used. I was used to see appropriate snow blowing equipment.
The city doesn't use Bobcats. The city has proper plows, but the contractors are landscapers, and so the landscapers use the equipment they have, and they don't buy snow plows because they can't use snow plows to do landscaping in the summer.
Yeah.
So equipment.
So everybody that can mow grass, they got a Bobcat, and terrible job. I don't know if they're gonna review the contract. It's a 4-year contract. We got 2
they're
years.
not. That was voted down at council.
Oh, was it voted down?
And so that's why when you have councillors going on the news asking everybody just to chip in this once, it's like, why? To reward the city for completely failing to deliver the service they tax homeowners for? Forget it.
Every time I see Way Mason talking about, it's not the time to complain. We can talk about that later when everybody forgets about it.
That's what happens. Like when you tell a kid, just get through this, just do this one thing you don't like, and later we'll do something fun. It's because you're counting on the kid forgetting you made the promise to do something fun later.
Yeah, exactly. And all that, I never seen Way with a shovel in his hand taking like a promo pic. He's always outside doing interviews, but he's never actually shoveling. So I have no idea what he's actually doing.
He is shoveling. It's just not snow.
He's been doing some shoveling now. But it is a bit rich that everyone's asked to chip in now and do the service that they're already paying for with their taxes. And don't worry, we'll have a serious conversation about this later. No, really, promise.
No, really. You've been stuck in your house for 3 days and there's been no snow plow. You can't actually get to work. You know what? It's not time for that. Just shovel your street. Ask a neighbor. Clear it out. Not a problem. We'll deal with this in July.
I've had to talk to my neighbors for the first time in 2 years. I don't want to do that.
That's terrible.
With the commoners. Ugh.
No, not the commoners. They're strangers. We're all strangers.
Just other people. Ugh.
So I have to ask because this is we're on the weather topic with Frankie McDonald, our patron saint of the province. Yes. What was everyone's storm chips for the big storm?
It was alcohol.
I did not.
Storm chips.
I didn't eat storm chips because I ate so many chips the previous weekend.
No, I didn't. I didn't eat storm chips. I didn't charge my iPad or my iPhone. I didn't do any of that shit.
You're trying to eat food.
Shut up, Frankie McDonald. I don't like you.
Oh, no.
Boo.
Yeah, well, someone's gonna take him down a notch.
Lee will be taking the contrarian position against things
Yeah,
that
the
are good.
contrarian. All right, so let's do a quick round of comments, and then we'll flip on to the next topic. Because, we're not going to spend the whole show on the weather. We've been doing it every week for the last little while.
Done.
And we'll give it a chance for the guys to refresh the pages, your usual stations. Just a reminder, if you are watching live, use the hashtag Friday Night Hangout. YouTube, Google+, avoidingchores.com. Krista on Twitter. Any action going on?
Well, our friend Taryn is joining us tonight, but she's drinking red wine, and she hopes she's fancy, and she hopes that's okay with us ruffian beer drinkers.
As long as it's not white wine.
She didn't call us ruffians. She didn't call us ruffians. I called us ruffians.
I think the term you're looking for is commoners.
I don't know. You can buy red wine that says red wine on it, and that's what it is.
All right, and just got a notice here, John Gillis, first-time viewer tonight. So thanks, John.
Hey, John Gillis.
Hey!
Welcome to the show.
Nice.
Wait, which John Gillis? There are many of them.
Yeah, there are a few here. Hang on, this is John Gillis that we both follow.
Oh, it's our John Gillis.
Yes, he's the smug pedestrian.
Mm.
But he's not the Dr. John Gillis.
No, but John Gillis
Does
has.
the doctor follow us? Holy crap.
He doesn't follow. No, not.
No, that's the other John Gillis.
But our John Gillis has this fantastic Tumblr of all of the mail he receives that's addressed to other John Gillises, and all of the various
That's awesome.
all the various random things that he receives at his email for just like random dudes named John Gillis.
Oh, I have to check that out. John, you have to tweet that out here because I didn't see it on your profile. All right, Dan on the YouTube. What do we got?
YouTube. All right. Not too many comments we got, but we got one from Andy F. Andy F. Moved from Halifax to Quebec City recently after the last 20 to 25 cm storm. Within 24 to 36 hours, the streets and sidewalks are cleared completely. No snowbanks.
Socialist paradise.
Yes. Also, they have a neat system that they have lights/indicators on the streets that let residents know when their streets will be completely cleared, and it is no parking for 8 hours during the day when most people are at work, and not overnight when most people are at home.
That sounds too simple.
That sounds fantastic, but we can't even manage a system that tells you when your bus is going to arrive, so I think that might be a little advanced.
Yeah, so Andy F. lives in a utopian future. Good for you. We're still stuck in the Middle Ages. Nick Horn says, "Hey, guys."
Nick!
Hey! And that's what we got for the YouTubes right now.
All right, Lee, votingchores.com. I know Mike's here.
I was about to say, Mike's sitting here, so you damn well know there's nothing in the thing. Don't even ask.
There's so many venues for people to comment on. What can I say?
I'll be on for the next 3 weeks.
Would somebody go on avoidingchores.com and say something to Lee, please?
I don't want your pity.
Pick it up, Frankie Lee.
Oh, if you want to do that, yeah, go ahead. Post
No.
that. I'll fight with those people.
Oh,
Hey, let's talk about fights. Next topic.
let's talk about.
This is good. Hey, you know what? When in New Midas and you're getting married, you're going to the bar on your wedding day, you get into a fight. You bite a woman in the face.
You're not going to any
What's
bar.
going on?
You're going to a pool hall.
Oh my God, it's like Pac-Man. It's awesome.
No, you got so let's just set this up a little bit.
Yes.
I'm originally from the Valley, and in the Valley community papers, they have a regular feature called From the Cruiser, and it is the greatest thing on earth. And it's basically the police blotter, but in rural Nova Scotia, some pretty like wacky things happen. So there are calls about, like horses on the loose and like people breaking into their mothers and daughters breaking into their boyfriends' house, well, not house, trailer, but it doesn't specify whether the mother or the daughter is the one dating the boy. Like things like, and there's always something amazing in it. And
It's like an entire like area that is like Springer, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, no, but it's not Springer, but it is like it's pretty amazing. So this story is ripped from the headlines of From the Cruiser.
Nice.
Because it involves people that have no business drinking alcohol and being in public.
Hey,
And
still in his tuxedo and his bright gown. Woo! It's crazy.
Well, when you're a hungry hippo, everything looks like a pellet. That's all I'm going to say about that.
So groom bites face of woman at, you have this worded bat on his wedding night in New Midas.
Whoops. Alcohol played a contributing role after seeing photos
No kidding.
of his...
so when you read through, the guy had 95 convictions on his sheet, on his rap sheet.
Nice guy.
He is,
But a face melt wasn't one. I got
He
95 convictions,
trouble.
but a face ain't one.
Hey, West Side Charlie's in New Midas was the scene of the crime.
That's
the
right.
Assault.
Explain some things.
yeah, right.
I haven't been there before. Maybe Krista, Lee can tell us about this spot.
I've never been in it.
Yeah, we
But,
know enough not to go in it.
I believe my dad went there to play pool when his usual pool spot was closed due to a fire.
Suspicious.
Yeah, the problem with the valley is that people get very bored very quick around here. I mean, as much as it's built up in the last couple of years, it's still very much a rural place, and people get incredibly bored and they get incredibly drunk.
Yeah, and
And these things happen.
and hopefully, yeah, like usually the better outcome is that they bite someone's face and get picked up by police. Otherwise, they will get in their car and drive somewhere. Like it's like that's actually biting someone's face is probably the lesser of two evils in this situation.
What would be the other evil? I don't know. Biting one's face is the pretty strong evil there.
But otherwise they're going to get in their car like drunk
and drive somewhere.
But biting someone's face. I mean, that's like Holyfield level shit.
Well, when I first read it, I thought
it's 9:53. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, kids.
My original thought was like, maybe he was on like bath salts or meth or something like that. But no, he was just regular country drunk.
He's in league with Satan because he plays Dungeons and Dragons in the basement.
Let's ask Mike from Newfoundland. Do you have Tales from the Cruiser in your community paper?
This sounds just so wrong. Tales from the Cruiser really sounds wrong.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
There's always different stories on the go. We've had a lot of problems with cab drivers being robbed and beat up lately.
Really?
Yeah. There's one nasty one back probably about 8 months ago. A guy, he had tons of alcohol problems, convictions, and he bit the cab driver's hand. And the guy was going to university, ended up in hospital for a couple of weeks, like almost chewed his fingers off.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, that's what you
What the hell is wrong with people?
But like that's like the kind of messed up stuff that you do when you are on bath salts or meth.
People, control your pie holes. Come on.
Yeah.
This isn't just regular alcohol-induced nuttiness. This is like frenzy.
It's either bath salts or
Oh, sorry, I have to correct myself. This guy did not have 95 priors. He had 93 priors. So.
Well, geez, you
My-
were doing
my
so
apologies
difference.
to
So that's
New
93 times has been brought to the
New
attention of the
Midas.
police.
Yeah. No, 93 convictions. Who knows how many convictions that was?
Just
Every
listen
time
to
they
how.
let him out, and then he says, "I'll be good this time."
Yeah.
You know what? Probably
Lord.
the most amazing part in all of this is that he was fined $325.
That's insane. Is there not? Is that like an official like value to a biting felony?
Well,
Like,
and
is
he he got a year of probation, but I mean, let's face it, he was probably already like serving some probation. So yeah, $325. It would be like, you know what? Just go to the ATM, just throw that money at the court. Like, yeah, okay, now I'm gonna go bite something else.
Well, they were probably lenient on him because the person he probably bit was half ugly anyway, so it was probably an improvement.
Well, now they're full ugly.
Yeah.
I don't think this was a career-ending injury anyway.
All right, with that, we'll move on to the next topic, and then we'll check comments a little bit later. You are listening to the Friday Night Hangout, having a good old time. Number of people watching. Remember, folks, if you're watching Twitter, Friday Night Hangout, the hashtag, YouTube, Google+, and of course, votingchoice.com. You can leave a comment, and we'll get to you shortly here. Story here, I believe Lee suggested this story here.
Love this.
A bylaw in Tabor, Alberta restricts outlawing swearing in public assembly. What the hell is going on in Alberta?
Three or more people, police can break it up.
And I gotta cut loose, foot loose.
This story cannot wait another 4 minutes, could it? Because we can't properly retort in the correct language that this deserves.
Hey, even whispering a curse word can land you a $150 fine.
Yeah, this is. If people are not familiar with what this place is, it's just small little corn-growing town of 8,000 people that apparently has way too much time on their hands.
Or maybe not enough money. Maybe this is their incomes. Sort of.
Maybe that too, because I can't see there being a big problem of roving gangs of swearing youths walking around the streets or anything like that. It just stinks of small-minded busybodies.
I feel like this is a hammer to kill a fly problem.
Well, yeah. Let me bring up Google Maps where Tabor, Alberta is.
I mean, this is, first of all, let's just all agree that this is basically the premise of Footloose come to life.
And let me zoom out. Let me zoom out here where Tabor is in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it's practically in America, son.
Well, yeah, look at that. It's close. It's just a straight drive down to Montana.
It is closer to America than we are, so that's something.
So here's the thing about this is, I mean, that must be so unconstitutional. I mean, they're going to get challenged.
The assembly provision is definitely unconstitutional. I don't know about the swearing one. Like, good luck, but I hope the Canadian Civil Liberties Association takes this on, just because it would be fun to just spank a bunch of good old boy town councilors in Tabor, Alberta, thinking they can go fix people with a little.
What if I went in there and started, swearing in, I don't know, Mandarin? Would that be legal or illegal? Is it strictly English swearing?
I think I would go and just whisper just the filthiest thing.
I get a feeling that the Taborites don't approve of having the people from the Orient walking around their town. So it sounds like that sort of town. I'm just speculating, of course. They could be perfectly fine, racist bastards. But I would encourage everyone in Tabor, not that there's probably anyone watching, but I would encourage them to swear openly all the time and challenge it. I would like to see the police force keep up with all the swearing.
Great enthusiasm.
Or make up your own swear words. Like, oh, I'm going to flibble-flastle you. Oh, you just wait. Just right up the noggin. Oh, just flag. Frig, blah, blah.
I was driving through Tabor just now on Google Maps for people who are watching us live. Really? You need some excitement?
If I lived there, I would get up a group of 3 or more people and walk around and swear in public, because that's just bloody ridiculous, and I'd make a big scene about it. I'd get news cameras down there and everything.
What they're trying to do is get Kevin Bacon there. That is the only appropriate response to this.
By the way, Tabor, 10 o'clock. Fuck! Holy shit!
All right, let's do a quick round of comments here, folks. You are watching the Friday Night Hangout live. If you are watching on the podcast, we're going to do a quick. We did a survey. If you're listening to this podcast edition, We did a little survey check the previous episode. There's a quick link to the survey. Just want to know your thoughts on how the podcast is delivered to you. If you're watching live, doesn't change nothing. Just focusing on the podcast listeners.
Just means we like you best.
Exactly. So, with that, we're going to give a shout out to who on YouTube, Dan. Who do we have on YouTube?
Storm 1. We got 2 comments from him.
Yes.
First one is West Sides is a classy spot. And follow up to that, good evening all. Like Krista, I'm also recognizing St. Patrick's Day and enjoying a glass of my own oatmeal stout.
Oh, fantastic.
Good on you, DC Storm 1. You stay classy.
Well, I prefer not to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with the drunken Irish stereotype, so I just celebrated all of the wonderful Irish things that I could acknowledge, like all of the terrific people I met when I was in Ireland last year. And
I think I'd say drunken Polish instead. It's like, yeah, get the Irish.
I don't think that gets it. That's a different version of the same problem.
Oh, wait, are you saying the Polish people are a problem? Is that what you're saying? That's racist!
No, I love Polish people. I love Irish people. I do not like the drunken Irish stereotype where all of the douche bros in downtown Halifax show up to drink at a bar at 7:30 in the morning.
They're not really Irish anyway.
Impede my way to work.
Impede.
They're walking white privilege is what they are.
Ugh.
Krista, on Twitter, do you have anything want to note?
We do. Taryn brings it down a notch by pointing out that Tabor has had a school shooting, so maybe they think this will help.
Oh.
Which is kind of a bummer that I had forgotten about, but also noteworthy, which maybe they have a problem with their utes in Tabor, Alberta. Trudy, our friend Trudy in Vancouver says, hey, Tabor has great corn, but Vulcan has great milkshakes. So,
whoa, Vulcan?
Skip Tabor, go to Vulcan.
There's a place called Vulcan?
Alberta.
In Alberta?
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
You did not know this?
Wow, that's awesome.
Actually, I didn't know this, actually.
Like a heavy metal band city. This is amazing. It's like a hair band city. Is there like an umlaut over the A or something?
No, it's just regular Vulcan, like vulcanized rubber.
No. There's no such thing as regular Vulcan. Vulcan is a majestic word. All hail Vulcan.
Didn't they get Leonard Nimoy there once?
They did.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy.
Which is not far from Tabor, which is ironically, this is the
Well,
ironic
apparently that's why you stop in Tabor for corn, and then you just power through to Vulcan for a milkshake.
It's like the battle of 5-letter cities.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Vulcan has 6 letters. So Trudy is having a snow blindness, Belgian IPA, to salute us and our snow. And thank you for not rubbing in your fine Vancouver weather too badly.
Mm-hmm. If you're checking the Avoiding Tours Twitter account, John Gillis tweeted his URL for his Tumblr blog, which got retweeted, so you can check that out. Props to Krista. So yes, definitely check that out. And Lee, anything on?
Yeah, Mike was nice enough to throw me a bone here. He said, "Hey, Lee, just dropping in to say hello." There.
That's nice to be Mike.
That's nice of you.
Good on you.
Hey.
See, Mike is a peacemaker among us.
That's right. He's the only sane one here.
All right, so let's do a quick round of what we're drinking tonight. So let's start off with Mike. Mike, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm still working on the Garrison Black IPA. I'm liking it. I think the regular IPA is a little bit nicer. I find this one a little bit strong for me.
Malt on malty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds about right. Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
Boxing Rock Crafty Jack.
And that's pretty light for you on a Friday night. You just,
Well,
he dropped a shot of rum in it.
Yeah, no, it's the first time it's the first time it ever showed up at my NSLC, so I went and bought up a shitload of it this morning. And
okay.
I like it. It's one of my go-tos. I keep it in the fridge just to have. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Krista?
Still working on my growler of Propeller Irish Red. That I got with my Ladies Beer League discount. Wink.
Ooh.
Oh. Dan, you got a better discount free beer.
Well, no, I've moved beyond the free beer now.
Oh.
Garrison, I'd like to have a little word with you right now. As you can tell, I've been spending a considerable percentage of my income on your product. I am hoping to become your spokesperson for your old fog burner.
Brian, don't do
This
it.
face
Not do
is
it.
meant for radio, and I'm all yours. So, yeah, I've consumed 2 Olins. I'm now onto the old fog burner. So, I'm getting primed up for Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, it should be pretty good. And I am drinking the Picaroons Yippee IPA, 6.5%.
Yippee, yippee!
Yippee!
That's
Yippee!
an excellent IPA.
It's good stuff. It's been a while since I had this one. So
Did you get that at Rockhead?
No, I got this at their Bedford Sunnyside Mall location.
I had that last winter here, but I haven't seen it this year at all.
It's funny. It kind of comes in waves.
Yeah.
Comes in, I see it, and I don't get it, and then when I want it, it's gone, and what have you there. So, but it's good to have a little bit of variety in the IPA. So it's
nice one.
It's good. It's good. I like it. All right, let's move on to the next topic here, which is I think one of Dan's topics here: underage red lipstick ban. Kat Von D. What the hell is going on?
First of all, who has daughters? Jim, you have daughters. Dan, do you have daughters?
She can barely talk, but yes, she can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, Kat Von D is well known as someone who actively courts attention, we could say.
Yeah.
And doesn't really care how she gets it, I guess we could also say.
Yeah.
She's a talentless D-list celebrity, is what she is.
And I absolutely love the letter that she wrote to protect her artistic integrity, and that she doesn't listen to those naysayers out there that says promoting something called underage red is just misunderstood. It's about how she felt when she first applied lipstick as a 16-year-old, and she's captured that sensation in the shittiest color you can find with the shittiest name you can think of, you bitch! What were you thinking? Holy shit, and you're not going to get any flyback from that? Underage red? That's...
Nobody will ever accuse Kat Von D of good decision-making. She was engaged to Jesse James.
But hiding behind artistic integrity?
She was also engaged to Deadmau5, that guy that doesn't wear his real head. He wears whatever that bullshit is that he wears in the name of his art. Like, she is not to be trusted with any decisions, let alone the belief that she can make good ones.
Yeah, you know her statement goes on for quite a bit. This is a really long statement. It's like a 10-pager.
Well, I mean, let's face it. She probably didn't write it herself. It was probably some like
her publicist.
Well, your hand gets tired holding those giant crayons for that length of time.
But she just likes she's one of those typical reality stars. Everything's got to be about her. She likes hearing herself talk. She likes hearing people talk about her. She's just another one of those people who are famous for being famous, really, like, you know, Kardashians and all those other pieces of garbage that walk around.
She's very successfully branded whatever it is that she does.
Yeah. So is she like Ricky Henderson from, like, you know, baseball era, where she'll talk about herself in third person the whole time through?
Who's Ricky Henderson?
Who's Ricky Henderson?
Yeah.
Is that sports?
Yeah, oh my God. Like one of the greatest baseball base stealers ever that played for the
Look,
Oakland
I can
A's
only
and
pick a
Blue
couple
Jays.
of sports to focus on. Baseball is not going to be it.
Okay.
Hey, but don't worry. Underage Red is currently sold out, but will be back in stock as soon as possible.
Look at the publicity she's gotten from this.
Any woman over the age of 18 that buys underage red is sad, and any woman under the age of 18 who buys underage red is being very poorly parented.
Yep.
Full stop.
But just look at the publicity they got with this story.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also want to ban all juicy sweatpants. I'm just saying that out there right now.
I feel like the market took care of that for you, but I'm gonna.
No, it hasn't, because I've seen them still kicking around in stores. There's still a market for it, and all those parents should be slapped right now.
There was a story
Gone.
There was a story floating around on the blogs this week about how Paris Hilton has like hoarded countless sets of juicy sweatpants.
So there's like a juicy vault?
Paris Hilton has a juicy vault, which is, if you think about it, is actually like kind of perfect, because if there's someone who's going to have like a vault devoted to skankiness, it's probably Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Her vault is
She puts
juicy.
the whore and hoarding, yes. So let's put in that.
I am not going to say that.
Oh, well.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, by the way, Internet, I apologize for
It's
dropping the B word. I usually don't typically call anyone a bitch, but that really grinded my gears.
Let's move on to the next.
Just supervise your children's makeup purchases. Just parents them well. Make sure they have self-esteem. If you have children with self-esteem, they will never need something called underage red.
Yes.
Yeah, and kids don't be like Kat Von D because she's useless. Be a real woman, for fuck's sakes.
Don't get face tattoos at a young age.
Yeah. Because everyone has them. It doesn't make you an individual anymore. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's a very important point, Lee.
Mm-hmm. And
Everybody should get that tattooed somewhere on them. Everyone is covered in tattoos now. It's not original.
Yeah. I think they covered that in The Incredibles. When everyone's special, nobody's special.
That's right. And kids, gather around. None of you are special.
Yeah, Krista is cruel tonight.
You're all gonna fail.
I'm special.
Krista's dropping some truth bombs.
Enjoy your lives of unfulfilled mediocrity.
Oh, Fogburner, you know I'm special.
I'm so tired. I shoveled for like 4 hours this afternoon.
I know, we all shoveled for hours this week. The CRTC gave us it's been giving us some weird orders.
Yeah.
They're on bath salts along with that guy in New Minas. Like,
They are smoking crack and emptying that bag of Doritos because they just unleashed a world of weirdness on us.
So the latest one here is they're asking cable companies to unbundle, basically offer a basic $25 package, and they've done some other stuff. So basically, they're going to allow Canadian channels to throw CanCon out the window, basically, and some other stuff. So a number of people are just freaking out because the industry of handouts, government handout money for CanCon, is disappearing. So everybody's freaking out there.
Oh, just to make sure that people understand, CanCon is Canadian content.
Yes, Canadian content. So
it's legislatively mandated Canadian content.
That's right, legislate content. So that's going away. So there's a lot of people in Toronto are freaking out.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, and we're going to have a la carte kind of programming on cable if you still have cable. But on the flip side, we might get charged more internet because the way things are going. That's what some people are saying. They're saying that all these changes mean that TV's getting cheaper, but they're going to have to pass the cost to somebody else, which is the internet users, which is us.
Boo!
Well, show of hands, who has cable? Okay, sorry. By sounding I, who has cable?
I.
Okay, so that's
minority in the hangout.
Yeah. So two of us no longer have cable, and three.
Netflix is my cable.
I'm getting very close to canceling it though, because Eastlink has just been pulling this crap recently. Oh, we're upgrading all of our channels, so please contact us to get yourself upgraded and stuff. And meanwhile, we'll just slowly blot out every damn channel you're paying for.
But you know what?
I don't want it.
Yeah, like I don't want it. The only thing I want cable for is local news and national news and the Weather Network. But like frankly, most of those things I can get on the internet.
Yeah.
And I actually wouldn't mind paying more for my internet. I just really begrudge the amount that I was paying for cable because I wasn't using like at least 80% of it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
They can try this. I don't think it's going to be particularly successful because anyone who's already cut the cord isn't going to go back for $25 a month.
they're not gonna go back.
No, why
Yeah,
would
they're picking and choosing their stuff on the internet now. They're not doing it through cable packages. I mean, it's a little too late at this point, I think, to offer that plan.
Yeah, like I do most of my viewing asynchronously now. So even with the news, the nightly news shows, the local news shows, they put them up online a half an hour after the broadcast, so you can go in
Exactly.
and like I'm not home at 6 o'clock anyway, so by the time I'm ready to watch the news at 7:30, like that's fine.
But the problem with that is that they still make it very difficult for you to get it because I have to sit through I don't know how many hoops to watch global 6 o'clock news at 7 o'clock or CTV. They make it as damn complicated as possible, and if I want to watch it at the tablet on my tablet at night when I go to bed, they have all these stupid apps, CTV Go, Global Go, where I have to be signed up to cable. It's like no, you've broadcasted over the air. I don't have to be a cable subscriber to get this. It's out there.
I find pretty much anything like I don't begrudge them trying to make money, but so when I'm watching I watch the Daily Show the next morning, I sit through the ads, I deal with it. They do have to make money, but it is the stuff like the apps and all of those things and like log in to watch this thing and it's like no, you know what? Like you're making the legal routes too difficult.
Yeah, that's why people like me use stuff like Hola on Netflix, so I can just get full Netflix instead of Canadian Netflix.
Yeah, I use Ola.
Yeah.
Ola is and you can also get Hulu with Ola. So you can with Ola and Hulu, you can watch any American show basically that is on and.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you the story there because I was saying before, we have the Netflix, we pay a few extra dollars for the VPN for the American Netflix. I didn't have the damn thing set up right on my Apple TV, so all of a sudden I changed the 2 to a 3 for the DNS, and all of a sudden all these squares starts popping up. ABC, Fox, Showtime, A&E, PBS, and all this stuff. It's like, why would I ever go back to cable? It's like I can call my cousin in Boston and say, hey, go to the website, type in the activation code so I can watch PBS Kids, so I can watch Curious George with my daughter.
I know that with my daughter at the end of that.
Big Curious George.
I gotta find out what that monkey's doing now. It's crazy.
What is that monkey doing?
Holy shit! What is he getting into now? A dump truck.
Why is the man in a yellow hat still wearing that?
The man in the yellow hat has no name. We even watched the movie last week, and he has no name still.
He's a serial killer.
I do feel like with a lot of this children's programming, Jim, you are focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
rub the lotion on the skin, or else the monkey gets it again.
But the Canadian media system keeps on making overtures that demonstrate they understand the situation they're in, but then they just implement it in a very Canadian way. Like Crave and Show Me are amazing examples of this. Because you know what? For like $5 to $7 a month, I would probably subscribe to them. But you have to be a cable subscriber to do it.
Yeah.
So guess what? You're not getting my money. You're not getting my money.
Especially in Canada, since the networks are the cable providers. Rogers, Bell, Eastlink.
Yeah.
They provide, they control the pipe. Why do I want to double bill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like I would gladly pay. I would pay for freestanding HBO. I would gladly pay for freestanding HBO. But I'll have an Apple TV.
Let's go to Mike. Let's go to Mike in Newfoundland.
I'm just thinking, like, if they have this basic $25 charge for basic cable, like your local community programming and the news channels, and you pick and choose, like I want HGTV or Discovery or whatever, it's probably going to be like $2.99 a channel, and I'm guessing that it's going to be more expensive in the long run to get what you're watching now.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost definitely.
Yeah.
Whatever it is whatever decision the CRTC makes, it will end up being bad for consumers because that's what these telecommunications companies do.
Yeah.
It'll just be like your regular cable bill. Every damn quarter, it'll go up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
like, oh, great news, Mike. Now we're offering HGTV in HD, and it's only going to cost you an extra $2 a month.
I just got that.
And you have to buy our box, by the way. You got to buy our extra
Yeah.
box here to upgrade. And you know.
Yeah. So when you do pick and pay, you have to pay like $200 a month for the DVR unit.
Yeah.
But if you get a package, the unit's included for free. But you get all this other stupid stuff you never watch and will never have any use for.
Exactly. My son just turned 19 last week. He said, when I move out in a couple of years when I finish university, and I said, I'm not going to have a home phone. I'm not going to have cable. He said, I can get everything I need on my iPhone or internet.
Well, there was the
I agree.
research here. Yeah, there was the research here that the youngins are as plugged in for news and stuff. It's just that you just don't want to pay for it, like the rest of us. But there are a few things that we would want to pay money for. So we pay a couple dollars for Netflix.
Yep.
I'm more than willing to pay a couple dollars for HBO Go whenever, or HBO Now whenever that comes available. I would pay a few dollars for local channels if I didn't have to get cable on top of it.
Yeah.
Right? You know, just an easy way of doing it. So, you know, for example, Apple TV. So Apple TV, they're gonna release a new version of it in June. They're going to open up the box. They're going to have allow an app store and specs and all that stuff. Basically, the possibility of people to add their own channel to the Apple TV. This is the perfect opportunity for cable providers and news channels, community news, community channels to have their stream on Apple TV as a doorway. You know.
Yeah, I get a feeling it's becoming more and more centralized to the point where eventually all you'll have is a modern TV, and it'll be like YouTube or anything like that where there'll be a multitude of like millions of channels out there, and you just subscribe to the ones you want to subscribe to, and you pay a little fee to it, and you won't be paying some overarching cost from some big cable company, anymore.
Well, and I agree. I really do think that's the way it's going. And I am happy to pay producers for content. I give money to the things I enjoy consuming, like news sites, like blogs, like television, like film, whatever it is. I will pay the producers for it. I'm happy to do that. But I'm not going to pay Bell or Eastlink or these big corporate giants to just separate me from my money, give me nothing but grief in return, and a bunch of crap programming I don't want. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it, and I don't. I don't pay for
you probably won't watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's do a quick round of comments here. So if you're watching live, Friday Night Hangout is the hashtag, or otherwise you can watch on YouTube, Google+, WorldScores.com. Give a chance for everybody to refresh. We're going to do after this the Cards Against Humanity round and all that other fun stuff. Krista on the Twitter, must have been some activity.
John Gillis went to bed, so sleep tight.
That is a
Which
good
one,
idea.
the doctor or the other guy?
Our friend John.
Right.
Our friend John.
And,
Glad we're so entertaining, John.
well, no, he's been traveling this week, so he's had a long week. And Taryn had some follow-up questions about Hola and Google Chrome and all of those things.
HOLA, look for it
HOLA.
on Google. It's a little app that installs right into your browser. It's easy to use as hell, and you go right to Netflix, and you just pick a different. Basically, it just gives you an option of different IP countries to pick from. You pick USA.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it lets you. It's amazing. It lets you watch the ITV player and the BBC iPlayer in the UK if you like those shows, which I do. Love them. Happy to watch them. Happy to watch their advertising so they get paid. Lets you watch Hulu, which again, happy to watch. Happy to watch their advertising. Let them get paid. Lots of great content there. And lets you watch Netflixes of other countries that do not have the scope of distribution that ours does. And you can watch things on, like, British Netflix, for example, that are first-run series that are on television here right now. So you can watch Fargo on UK Netflix, but not on Canadian. Like, it's just it's endless possibilities.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Dan, on the YouTube, what do we got?
Got another one from GC Storm 1 saying he's on to a Picaroon's Timber Hog Stout.
Oh.
Delish. And I got one from Jen Landry. I'm tuning in late, so sorry if you already mentioned this, but poor Dan in the corner has his face covered with the logo.
What?
Oh,
That was probably by design.
my face for radio is being covered right now, so.
Oh, maybe you covered your face with the Fogburner logo as well.
Oh, is that maybe that was I don't know. Anyway, that's
Dan, I feel like your spokesmodel skills need some work.
needs more booze is what it needs.
Booze.
So
Fine.
Now we're talking about booze. Let's do our-
So yeah,
let's
that's what we got for YouTube. YouTube's actually there's not too much going on YouTube. It's not silent, but it's kind of quiet. So YouTubers, unite!
Everybody is.
Unleash yourself like the Kraken that you are.
We're so tired from shoveling snow. Everybody went to bed early.
I say 9.
It's been a long week.
9.
All right, it's time for the Cards Against Humanity bit.
Nope,
So if you get your cards.
not yet.
What do you mean not
Hold thy
yet?
horses,
What?
for I have crazy products to show off.
Oh my God! Yes, I'm sorry, Dan.
Holy shnikes.
Holy moly! I am
And
All
sorry.
right.
you wrote it into the show notes, so you have
Yeah,
no.
I know.
I know.
must have just-
Whew.
Cards Against Humanity was in caps. That's what. The other
I
stuff was in
tell you this. Now,
outrageous.
this is bonus content for you video watchers. I know there's a lot of audio people that kind of pay attention to this podcast, if you like to call it that point. But this is premium content for those who follow us live. So enjoy it while you can. So today's theme for bad products is toys. Toys, toys, toys. So I scoured the dark webs to come across some nice toys that should not be sold and or given to children. So our first one I found is this Sleeping Beauty toy set, which has, you know, Sleeping Beauty and Prince, I guess, Charming with the horse, but Prince Charming for some reason is trying to help the horse up from behind. I guess the horse is stuck somehow, and
He is trying to motivate the horse.
yeah, doing his best, you know, like, yeah, horse, get it on.
That
So-
is very,
Oof.
very disgusting.
That's
Yeah.
very disturbing.
Terrible product.
And even $20.
I know,
Even worse.
crazy. So the next one is, and I haven't figured out what toy set this belonged to, but apparently Pea and Pooh now have their own stuffies.
Oh, I'm sure that's from Japan.
You can have your own Pea and Pooh stuffed toys that you can teach your children, you know, the color difference between Pea and Pooh, because
That poo looks like the poop emoji.
yeah, and Pea looks like, you know, like a yellow tinted, you know, the blood.
It looks like like a blood drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yellow Hershey's Kiss or something.
It is very.
Do not kiss the Pea, children, please.
Hey, no,
Don't
but
kiss either of them.
it teaches children to become familiar of handling their feces and urine. I mean, it's great.
Children, do not handle your feces and urine. Do not listen to Lee, no matter how much he makes it sound cool.
Yeah, like, you just made that sound really
Yeah.
cool.
This is an old-timey toy. I have no idea what this is about. Luscious Slims.
God.
That's
I
for
remember
cannibals.
That is so
I've seen this.
disturbing.
I've seen
So-
this.
So yeah, kids, you take your jelly
What is that,
molds that are in
Jello?
the
Is
shape
that
of
Jello?
various body parts, and
Yeah.
you make your gummy hand, your gummy arm, your gummy.
Look at that
They've
hand. That
they
hand.
they've
disturbing.
done this. Yeah, they've done this in a different name, and I can't remember. But yeah, you basically pour this Jello into these molds of hands and feet, and you just eat it. Oh, if I can remember what it was
Oh,
called,
kids.
I'm sure somebody can remember. But yes,
Kids,
I
there
remember.
are good toys out there like Pokemon, and then there was bad toys.
Then there is
Yeah.
this.
Then there would be another bad toy.
That
Now,
is.
I don't remember the Punisher required to have a
Oh.
cannon mounted directly to his groin. I don't understand
Hello,
the
Punisher.
tactical benefit to that.
And that is a real line of Marvel superhero toys as well. I know there's several other ones apparently.
That's
So
scary.
But yeah, I guess it
What
gives
am
the
I?
Punisher.
What am I looking at here?
you're looking at a cock cannon is what you're looking at.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
that's not like something that accidentally looks like a penis.
No, some people came together and let's put it on their groin.
Yeah.
That
I
is-
thought that was a good idea.
Those,
Okay, so-
those folks have definitely been inside too long.
The next one is from a major toy manufacturer, Mattel, and Mattel's very famous Barbie line. And I would have to put this under racially insensitive.
Oh no. Oh.
It would be the
no.
Oreo branded Barbie
Oh
doll,
my
Oh, come on.
which
God. That's bad.
I have no idea what Mattel was thinking when they decided
What
to come
were
up
they thinking?
apparently
It's not real.
a very attractive African American doll, and decided to call it the Oreo branded doll. So
Oh,
yay,
oh,
Mattel.
that makes me feel gross. What were they thinking?
Yeah,
That's
so
awful.
that's on the
This
bottom.
is why you have focus groups and people with university degrees working for you.
People, check your lawyers.
Oh my
Babies
God.
are always popular, especially when babies give birth to other babies. So
What?
this toy.
Oh, what?
Oh, come on.
Ah.
So what better way to teach children the magical wonders of birth to have a baby that is capable of having its own baby?
No.
It's fantastic.
I know
Yeah, okay.
I know some
Yeah.
girls
Is
are
that
starting
from like
them, but-
Alabama or some state that only teaches abstinence-only sex education?
Perhaps.
Or
Dory.
Ontario, if those crazies get their way.
Dory, last one, and it would be a toy that's from the Dora line of toys, and it's the Dora Aquapet, which has a peculiar shape to it.
Hello.
Oh, jeez. Come on.
So again, what were they thinking when they
What
decided to come
am
up
I-
with?
what am I
Oh my
looking at?
God.
So wait, what am I looking at here? Like, is Dora? What is an aquapet?
Mhm.
Is that like sports? I don't.
No, this has nothing to do with sports. This has Dora. It's got a pump action, so that way as you pump,
Oh,
as
come
you pump
on!
Dora
Come
floats
on.
around
No.
in the shaft section
Mhm.
of the toy.
No.
Yeah, we're losing everybody. We're losing all our viewers.
So again, this is strictly for educational purposes of toy manufacturers. Please consult the Avoiding Toys group
You know what?
before you
Every-
decide to put money into such
Yeah,
products.
you can hire me and basically put anything in front of me, and I will tell you if it looks like a penis. Like,
I think the bottom line is
I
stop.
would-
I think the bottom line is to stop hiring horny Japanese businessmen as your toy designers. Apparently.
or like
So-
horny 20-year-olds, like the same thing.
So this is from
Who
you.
think they're
from
like
the dark
calling
web.
whatever on the man?
So
Oh.
this is all you can find on the dark webs and toys that you should not be buying for your children.
Dark
No.
webs. Frank
Everyone-
Underwood.
Everyone needs to just parent better. Full stop.
All right, it is time now, folks, for the Cards Against
Cards Against
Humanity.
Yeah.
You can play along with us, folks. If you
What
want to do
in
the
the
Friday
butt?
Night Hangout hashtag, you can give out your answers, and we might see it. We might read it out. The way things are going at this stage of the game with our beer consumption and stuff, it's 50-50, right? So everybody, I believe everybody has a pack. Lee, do you have a pack yet, or are you
No.
just using the PDF?
PDF. Give me a page, sir.
Page 7.
7.
Oh my God! I was totally thinking the number 7.
I'm on PDF too, Jim.
Oh, PDF. All right, you're on PDF 13.
13.
Seriously, I was totally thinking of 7. That's amazing.
No,
We're like,
Oh, by the looks of these cards, both of you are sick people.
it is very bad. All right, so it's going to be a shortened round. So me, Krista, and Dan will be picking out the black cards. So it'll just be easier for everybody with that.
These are actually Oreo cards. Thank you very much.
no, too soon.
Oh, shoot. Sorry,
All
Papa.
right, so let's start with Dan. Dan, what is your black card?
Read it up.
Let's read it up.
Fun tip. When your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead. So, fun tip. When your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead.
All right. Try surprising him with a zesty breakfast burrito.
Oh, Jim, you've got my heart. You've got my heart, Jim.
That is terrifying.
No, that is not terrifying. It is so right. Krista!
Try surprising him with daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, try surprising him with.
Why am I picking
Oh,
my
no,
own
that's right.
card?
I'm sorry. You got the black card. Mike. Sorry.
Lactation.
Lactation?
Yeah.
That would be surprising.
That would be surprising. And Lee.
Destroying the evidence.
All right, Krista, you got the black card.
All right. My black card is blank. That's how I want to die.
Blank. Oh, okay. I got one here.
All right.
Blank. That's how I want to
I want to
die.
die.
Firing a rifle into the air while balls deep in a squealing hog.
Oh my. That is vivid.
Mike, what do you got?
Blank. How I want to die. Harry Potter erotica.
God, that one is an oldie but a goodie. It just keeps giving.
Lee.
A good sniff is how I want to die.
And Dan, how do you want to die?
Well, clearly, I want to die by anal beads. Clearly, how else?
Don't Google that.
Do not Google that.
No, don't Google that.
Do not Google that. Or blue waffle. Trust me on that one. Do not Google blue waffle. Do not! I have warned you. Do not.
All right, so the last round, we're doing this short tonight. So the last one is Air Canada guidelines now prohibit blank on aircrafts. Air Canada guidelines now prohibit blank on airplanes. Who's first?
Me, I guess. I'll go. Air Canada guidelines now prohibit synergistic management solutions on airplanes.
But they haven't. That is so false.
No, Air Canada would use a bullshit concept like synergistic
Yeah, totally.
and then call it customer service and then charge you $50 for it.
Right.
Plus convenience fee.
Oh, by the way, I hate Air Canada. They're the worst.
Dan, what do you got?
Well, Air Canada guidelines now prohibit flying sex snakes on airplanes.
Lee, Air Canada Guidelines now prohibit.
Well, they now prohibit Judge Judy. They're keeping her grounded.
No.
Good.
Judge Judy will fly.
Good.
Well, she will arise like a phoenix and fly like the bird she is.
And finally, Mike, Air Canada. Guidelines now prohibit.
Roadhead.
What?
What?
Roadhead.
Road. That's what I thought I heard.
That's what I thought
Oh
he said.
man, that's gonna affect the Mile High Club
Wow.
right there.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
All right, so let's do a quick round of comments. Viewers on who are watching, commenting on the YouTube, Google Plus, and on WoodenShorts.com, Twitter, all the usual avenues. Krista, is anything going on the Twitter?
Well, Trudy says, I think you'd gain more viewers with lewd toys. Don't know if you want those viewers. And then she adds, they are me.
We already got Trudy. We don't need more.
Welcome. You're welcome. Oh, trust me, I have a list of other loot toys I could have presented, but
Bring
I
us
limit-
your Friday night pervert.
I limited
That's
us to
a
just
dark
that
web,
few selection. But if you'd like to be more, please DM me on Twitter.
Yeah, no, don't. You're gonna get a bunch of DMs with weird pictures of things in them.
Oh shit!
Okay.
No!
What's
No
wrong with
DM!
you?
DM! No!
Lee, on Wooden Chores, you got anything there, or you're? No. Mike's right there. So. And on YouTube, Dan, anything there?
Just another one from Jen Landry, who really cares about me. Thank you very much. Not you guys. You guys don't care about me at all. I know. She says.
What?
She says no. It's the avoiding chores logo that apparently is blocking my melon. So I don't know what you're doing, Jim. You're censoring. You're censoring this.
How is this possible?
I don't know. You're the webmaster. You tell me.
I
What
just
is
set
she-
up
what
the
is-
card.
What is she watching it on?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Jen,
I think maybe YouTube, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
so-
it might be so because YouTube recently did a change where if you had a personalized logo on the actual video, it now goes to the bottom of the screen instead of up to the top where it used to
Oh.
And this beautiful facade is actually not getting masked by
so
that.
Jim,
By that.
So Jim is blocking
that
your
bear.
face on
No.
purpose.
Thanks.
Oh, I see it. Hang on a sec.
Thanks,
Oh.
Obama.
So Dan, that makes you a bear, which opens up a whole new demographic for the.
be.
Yeah.
I
Hang
guess,
on a sec.
I guess I'm taking one for the team. Yay.
You know what? Yeah.
That's helpful in the bear community.
You know what? Buy some time while I do the screenshot.
No, I'm gonna stick by those.
Expand this. Come on, just stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Stretch it out.
So,
We want to keep talking.
Yeah.
Chance to
Talk
do a
bear,
screenshot here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny with the
we
little
know
thing.
that. Tell us something we don't know.
I used to know all the lyrics to "Whoop There It Is." I probably could sing that
Oh,
one if you
you
wanted.
should never have admitted that. Oh my God.
Why not? Why not? That's clean rapping fun for the whole family.
Tag team.
Tag
wrapped in
team back
mother
again.
love.
Check it. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let's hear some noise. DC's in the house. Jump
No,
up. There's a party over here.
No,
Party over there.
no.
Shake your derriere. These three words are getting me there. Say whoop. There it is.
All right, so thanks, Dan, for buying me some time.
No, don't thank me. Thank tag team.
No, don't thank those guys.
No,
Okay,
this is what
go ahead.
what Jen was talking about.
Oh my God, my beautiful face. Oh,
See,
terrible.
Dan, you're all gone. You're not there.
Oh, this is just as bad as Tabor. I'm getting censored.
I'll have to make an adjustment on this.
And adjust them all. Well, no, go ahead, Krista. You apparently have been flocking to the much music, which apparently is still a thing. So you can go ahead and sing your Madonna music.
I'll sing party all the time again for
Okay,
you.
party all the time is fine, yeah.
We like to party all the time.
Which, by the way, much music is still a thing. That should be a segment we have. Is that still a thing?
They mostly show television shows now.
Yeah.
I know John Oliver's already doing that with his show, but we should probably do our
John
own
Oliver.
thing.
I think John Oliver's got this covered. He doesn't
Is
need
that
us.
still a thing?
Let's do our Wayback Machine. 1981 is the year.
81.
Big
If you
big
picked
year for
1983, I would have been able to use that Madonna reference from earlier.
big year for slasher movies. It was like the boom for slasher movies. I think there was more made that year than any other year in the 80s.
Yes, but more importantly, the greatest movie that was ever made in history came out in 1981. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
The greatest movie ever made.
Greatest dude movie ever made.
Like I said, the greatest movie ever made. Hello, all movies are for dudes.
But you also had like American Werewolf in London. You had Escape from New York. You had
Superman 2, which is infinitely better than Superman 1.
Das Boot.
Is that the one where he flies around backwards?
No, that was Superman 1 that he floats around backwards. Superman 2, he actually takes on the other super villains.
Oh my God, Ronald Reagan was shot that year.
Really?
Yeah, but
5 to the world in 1980.
oh, I'll be honest.
I'm sorry.
I went to New York to see the 9 to 5 musical, and it was amazing. And then when I was in London last year, I saw Dolly Parton as part of the many things I did there, and it was transcendental. It was life-changing. Like when she performed 9 to 5.
She is an amazing entertainer.
Yeah.
Really
Like if you're gonna do something with your life, you're like, oh, like what is one thing I should really focus all my remaining energy on? It's going to a Dolly Parton show. You will not be disappointed.
I'll put it up there, but I don't think I'm gonna put that number 1 in my list.
Oh, it should be on. It should be in there. It should be in the mix.
Okay.
It will be. I promise you, it will be in.
Are you talking like seeing her in Dolly World or just seeing her?
No. You have to
period?
go see Dolly Parton live.
Live. Okay.
Hey, some of the TV shows, The Greatest American Hero. Falcon's
Cannonball
Crest.
Run! Holy smokes, Cannonball Run, 1981. Wow. The first appearance of Jackie Chan on U.S.-based movies.
Hey, another premiere, The Fall Guy.
Wow.
Oh my! Was that
ABC.
that was Lee Majors, right?
Lee Majors,
Yeah.
The Smurfs.
Olivia Newton-John comes up with Physical. Physical.
Aerobicide.
1981 was a good year.
It really was. I am. I'm just like scrolling through this list, and it is pretty.
MTV was launched on August 1st, 1981.
Wow.
And what was the first song on MTV? Trivia?
Video Killed the Radio Star.
That is correct. By
yeah.
whom? Who did that song?
The Buggles.
Yeah.
Bonus points.
And you had Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior.
Good movie.
Mm.
I am excited about the new one coming out.
Yeah, that one
That
looks.
looks really good, eh?
That looks
Great
really
images. Great images.
81, I was in grade 10.
Oh, sorry, going back to the theme of toys, one of the popular toys of that era was Moshishis.
In 1981.
1981, the
Moshishi
Moshishi.
were later than that.
And Clash of the Titans figurines were very popular in 1981.
Clash of the Titan lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was when the movie came out. One of the last Ray Harryhausen movies with his effects in it, yeah.
Yeah, most people don't, like, for older people, a lot of the action sequences or usually monster sort of stuff with stop motion was all done by him. So you got that Jason and the Argonauts. I'm trying to think of other ones that he's
bunch of the
famous for.
different Sinbad ones he did.
Yeah, the Sinbad.
Classic sci-fi ones.
So if it involved a Cyclops or a Skeleton Warrior, that was typically his handiwork doing that. Oh, Sheena Easton was popular in 1981.
Morning Train.
Morning Train.
Yeah.
Adam and the Ants.
Goody Two Shoes.
Goody Two Shoes, yes.
About the only song I could think of from Adam and the Ants.
Yeah,
You
I gotta
only
be honest.
had
Like,
one.
You're really hitting the sweet spot of songs that are like burnt in my brain permanently. So.
Solid
and,
gold.
Our James Bond movie for that era would be For Your Eyes Only.
So that would have
Houston.
been Roger Moore, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a Roger Moore one.
Yeah.
Was that the
Those
one
were
with
nice one.
the submarine car? I forget.
I didn't see that one.
That's a good one.
Let's see, Natalie Wood died. Chief Dan George died, who was a great
He was awesome.
American Indian actor. Jack Alberston died, who was in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He was the grandfather in that one.
Yeah.
Wasn't Chief Dan George Canadian?
I think he was, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was, but he played American Indian in the movies.
Yeah, he was born in North Vancouver, yeah. Yeah.
Muhammad Ali finally retires from boxing.
Yeah.
55
Wow.
wins and 5 defeats.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Stayed too
His
long,
boxing record is so much better than mine. It's not even funny.
though.
GC Storm was saying here the first game of paintball was played in 1981.
Oh.
Really?
Do they just hurl buckets of paint at each other?
Well, I mean, it's paintball, so they're probably soaking
Yeah.
like a tennis ball in the bucket, and then they whip
Yeah.
the tennis ball.
Where's the 80s?
Roger was big in people.
It wasn't called paint bucket. It was called paintball. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a paint-soaked tennis balls. Or dodgeball.
Or golf balls?
That would be awesome.
It was the
Dodgeball that was
80s.
soaked in paint.
We did the stupidest things in the 80s. Like, you could still get jarts in the 80s.
Or lawn
Yeah.
darts.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what
Can I have,
jarts
like-
are.
Can they
And we
somehow
lived-
like merge paintball and lawn darts together and make a sport out of that? That would be
That'd
amazing.
be cool. That'd be cool.
I can't believe the communists won in, like, shutting down lawn darts. That is a perfectly...
Thanks, Obama.
That's one
I
of
know
those...
you were. I know you were pretty young at the time, but I'm pretty sure Obama had.
Yeah, I'm
something to
pretty
do
sure
with
Obama...
Yeah.
But that's one of those things that, like, our species gets stronger when people fail at lawn darts.
it.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, that's just the Darwin Awards waiting to happen right there.
How did we ever live?
Oh, sorry.
We did fine. We were fine.
I forgot a major one for our royal followers. Lady Diana Spencer marries Prince Charles of Wales in 1981.
Oh, yes.
God,
1981.
how old am I?
You should know.
Oh,
Only your hairdresser knows for sure.
Talk about
she doesn't know. I see her.
all right. So let's do a last round of comments here, and let's cap things up for another hangout tonight. Great discussion as usual. Great drinking a beer from everybody.
Something ring a bell?
Anything on Twitter, Krista, before we cap it out for the night?
No, just a bit of chatting back and forth. Taryn, thank you for joining us. She's been dog sitting, and it is a lot of work.
Indeed. Dan, anything on the YouTube?
No, I think you captured the last one from GC Storm 1, so I think that wraps up YouTube for tonight.
All right, good enough. And since Mike is here live, so there's nothing on avoidingchores.com.
It's right
Right.
show tonight, guys.
Tell you, Lee doesn't even want to look at it. He doesn't even want to look at the page.
No, I already got the page gone. I'm just watching the open window for the chat now. That's all that's going on.
All right, so we do this every Friday. The replay will start in about 10-15 minutes from now. And for those who want to listen to the podcast, remember we have the survey. Check in the previous episode in your podcast feed. Click on the link there and just fill out the survey. Otherwise, the podcast will be out.
Did you want to mention something about the Bluetooth speakers, or do you want to do that offline?
Oh, let's do the Bluetooth. Yeah, let's do this.
What?
Yeah.
Did you guys see it?
Is this another thing I need to buy?
It was one of these last-minute things, and I was like, hey, people, dig out your Bluetooth speakers. So
I play it through my phone. That's what I play my music through my phone.
yeah. So back in the day, you would take your picture of your boom box, but nowadays you get your smartphone, and you need a speaker to play it. So I used to have this Jam speaker here, but then today I picked up this JBL speaker.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, you know what? This thing has a really nice sound to it. I was pretty impressed by this. So this got me thinking, what else do people got for Bluetooth speakers nowadays? Would listen to their tunes. So
Is that
And
that's a Bose one that I think Mike has there, right?
Yep.
Which one's that one?
Bose Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It was about September when I was shopping for my son's Christmas gift. Everywhere I went, people were looking for the Bose. So I said, that must be good. So I ordered it online as a Christmas present to myself.
Nice.
And it's awesome.
How long is the battery life on that one?
I think it's about 10 hours average. I've never run it dry. I've just I'm on Serial Podcast now since all the gang here were watching it or listening to it. And,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I'll put it on for like an hour or two. That's fine.
Well, mine run for close to between 4 and 5 hours, so an afternoon of tunes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like an afternoon.
Yeah. Dan, what do you got for a Bluetooth speaker?
This would be the Bose SoundLink. I know they're up to like SoundLink 2 or 3 now, but this is the original SoundLink, and it has a really good heft to it. But yeah, it's fully portable. It's got a nice little flap here to hold it.
Nice.
The sound on it is absolutely booming. And it's very bass heavy, so if you are a fan of heavier bass, this will be it. But if you find bass to be a little overpowering, this is probably not the models I would suggest for you.
Or if you have neighbors, or if you live in an apartment.
One of the top ones that's rated in a lot of magazines is actually the Logitech UE Boom set, which are really nice because first of all, they're conical in size, so they're a little bit more better directional sound of.
You know what? If they hired me, I could tell them they look like penises.
Sicko. But another nice thing about that, though, is that if you have multiple of those ones, the Play system is intelligent enough to actually make them into stereo speakers. So that way you can place one over here, one over there, and then you can actually make a stereo setup with these Bluetooth speakers. So that's nice about the Logitech UE Booms. But if you don't mind the bass, I highly, highly suggest going for the Bose system. They're really good.
Bose are bass heavy, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, and Krista or Lee, do you have anything?
Lee?
Go ahead, Krista.
I don't have a Bluetooth speaker. I just have an old school one that plays with a headphone jack, and it's a piece of crap. And I got it for $9 at what used to be called Radio Shack.
Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff. I'm a bit of a Luddite when it comes to this thing. I play most of my music through my DVD player because I got the 5.1 speaker setup or whatever. But if I had the money, I would have a desk-sized stereo sitting in my room with wooden encased speakers with a turntable and a tape deck and a DVD player all stuck into one. So
the fact that you said turntable and Luddite is probably speaks volumes.
Turntables are
don't laugh at that pun. That was terrible.
Yeah. Turntables are installed.
Just saying, either you're a Luddite or you're a hipster, one or the other when you say turntable.
No, I'd say Luddite because for the longest time in our family we had a big desk-sized record player that had big wooden encased.
We have one of those. We have one of those as well.
We used to have a cabinet 8-track player, so I don't know how that counts for anything.
I think Luddite, vinyl, hipster, 8-track. That's probably the dichotomy.
Oh, by the way, internet 8-track was like a cartridge that you would plug in, and you'd be able to play music off this cartridge. So like a Nintendo cartridge.
I think anyone who's our age probably knows what an 8-track is.
I just also get them in cars.
I just like the sound quality of both vinyl because you have physical contact between the needle and the surface of the record, and I like the harmonics that wood generates from speakers. So this is something I grew up on.
How large is your collection for vinyl? Are you strictly LPs or 45s as well?
I don't have. That's the thing. I don't have a record player right now, so I don't actually have a vinyl collection anymore. But if I did, I would have a vinyl collection.
Sorry, internet. LPs are the full-sized, and 45s are the smaller ones. Usually, like about 3 or 4 songs of them.
It is. It's probably It is safe to assume we don't have a lot of hipsters that watch us on Friday night. They're too busy.
They're too busy curling at the curling club. Right, Krista? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. They're probably pickling on Fridays. So.
That's right. All right, let's close this off for another hangout. We'll just close it off because it's a great end to cap it off here. So, thanks to the panel. Thanks for everybody who's been watching. Again, we'll be done the live show in 10-15 minutes. You can watch the replay. And, of course, the podcast will be coming up over the weekend. So, Krista, how do we end up this podcast?
Good meeting!
Good meeting.
See you soon, Tabor!
Good meeting.
Fuck you, Tabor.